4 semesters, I have had the privilege of working with 11 amazing humans who are getting ready to graduate from our Bonner Leader program here at Wilkes. Every single one of these students has taught me something about myself, about life, about leading, and about giving. And I'm truly grateful for this opportunity to be part of the Bonner Leader program.
I'm so excited that we're finally at this point of seeing our first graduating class from the Bonner Leader program. The students in this role have been wonderful, and now getting to see 11 of you complete your capstones, finish this program with grace, finish it as rock stars truly has been wonderful. I'm so excited to see how the program grows after you, see how the cohorts behind you continue your legacy. We talked about that from day one, and knowing the work that you have put in is remarkable. Knowing your stories behind that work is even more incredible, and I'm truly honored that you chose to share your first 4 years of college with us here and letting us into your world, letting us into your stories. It's been the highlight of my time here so far, so thank you.
There are so many personal qualities and traits that I feel like I've developed and overtaken. With the Bonner Leadership Program, I've been more open, more independent, and more willing to solve a problem.
I was really shy coming in. I would get really anxious when raising my hand at all, even if I wasn't getting picked to answer the question. But now I give lectures and I talk at meetings, and I go to conferences and I talk to other universities that have the Bonner program.
It really catapulted me into just being able to look at everything with a different lens, being able to take a moment to just really take everything around me. I think in today's age, it's super easy to get caught up in the moment and the mainstream and all of the fast life that we have around here, but being able to just really sit back and look at everything and identify everything through a Bonner lens, is what I like to say, has really just changed me as a person. I'm able to really connect more with the community and the work that I'm doing.
I'd say I'm a lot more outgoing than I ever used to be. I'm still pretty reserved, but I'd say Bonner really was one of those key components to getting me outside of the house and out on campus and out in the community and talking to people. I love the people that are part of Bonner and the people that are part of other Bonner groups. It's like having it sounds cheesy, but like a family.
I was very much in my shell, didn't really talk to many people, but now I can stand up in the front of a room and talk to everybody in the room, or I'm confident in what I say. I think Bonner's, it's like a family, really. We've gone through, starting the program to, where we are now. We're the first cohort that gets to graduate.
I think the learning opportunity that I appreciated the most during the Bonner program was, I think, in our junior year. And this is where we learned root cause analysis. And I really like this because we're always caught up in these problems, and then at the end of the day, we're like, well, there's nothing we could do. But through the root cause analysis, we're able to look why a certain problem happened and what we can do to prevent it from happening again.
Doing the root causes really helped me understand more of my own motivations, and just motivations of all of the issues that we like to tackle at Bonner. And looking back at it now, at where I am today, if I didn't do the root cause analysis, I don't think I'd do most of the stuff that I do now. Just really helped change my thought process a lot more.
I think through the Bonner Leader program, I've learned a lot about adaptability, especially. You gotta roll with the punches sometimes. There's sometimes problems where you didn't expect come up, but I feel like the Bonner Leader program has shown me ways that we could go to improve those situations, and even though it might not be the outcome we wanted, it's something that will be helped with in the future.
Everywhere you go, whatever it is that you do, there is always something that you could be doing to help the people around you. I think I've been so fortunate with Bonner that I've been able to visit all these different places and look at all these different things and experiences, and
I've never actually before Bonner have looked at things in a different perspective as I have with Bonner, and it made me see how I can be of service in any way, whether that's, fixing a meal for somebody or just opening the door or just being a kind face for somebody. I think within Bonner, service has been more of an integral part of my life as opposed to just something that you do.
Bonner has helped me connect so closely with so many students and so many faculty members and staff members that I would have probably never been able to address or meet. I've met some of my best friends in the Bonner Leader Program, and I don't know what I would do without them now that I'm looking back at it and seeing the person that I was a few years ago and being able to join Bonner and make those relationships and form those friendships was a crucial part of me joining this university. I love the friendships and the relationships that you make in Bonner. That's a very large part of why we have such a strong program here at Wilkes.
I want future Bonners to prioritize learning all that they can and getting out of the program everything that they put in, because it is more than just an extracurricular and it's more than something that you do in your free time. It is all encompassing and it takes over your college experience, so soak it up.
I would tell any future Bonner student to live in the moment and to enjoy every up and down that comes in their journey, whether that be with Bonner or not with Bonner. I think when you work in civic engagement in general, you will have, the best days, you might have the worst days, but it's what you do and the impact you make and what you learn that will make you a better person, but also serve your community in the best way possible.
My advice to the incoming Bonners is to really focus on the journey that they're going to be on. I think it's really easy to be in this transitional period of college where you're presented with lots of opportunities. Bonner in and of itself has the opportunity to take you to conferences like SLI, like Bonner Congress, trips like Hawaii and DC.
One thing that I was really worried about when I first started Bonner was being very intimidated about what I was doing. So, be confident in what you're doing, and, any impact is big impact.
Just to go in it with like an open heart and an open mind, and just to be willing to try new things. In reality, when you look back and you go and serve those communities and help those different groups of people, it means a lot to them. So in the long run, it's just been a huge impact. So just being willing to go and try different things if it's out of your comfort zone.
Focus on finding a site that makes you happy. Focus on figuring out what puts your heart in the best spot and what makes you feel like you're giving the most back to the community that you want to serve.
Any future Bonner leaders, just understand the value that you can bring as a young professional, as a young person in this generation. I think the stigma is that you feel like an imposter because maybe you don't have as much experience as people who have been in the workforce for a bit longer than you. I experience that all the time myself, but some of the biggest value that you could provide is because you have that background, because you have fresh eyes, because you have new ideas, and every organization out there needs that, so don't discount it.
I think any advice, for any students coming into programs like our, organizations like ours or others, would be the approach that Mary Tara took, which I think was one that she really got involved. She asked questions. She wasn't afraid to ask questions. She really spent the time to understand sort of what we do, but then also always give us her thoughts and opinions on her perspective and the student perspective. So I think, definitely being able to take advantage of those experiences.
Think about your story and what you can bring to the table. Think about how you can contribute to the collective mission of the Bonner program. Think about the ways that other Bonners can inspire you and how you can use this special opportunity you've been given to make a difference in the community and to serve others. Because it's not about a competition, it's about a collective effort to inspire each other to reach a common goal.
The number one person I want to thank today is Dean Phil for bringing the Bonner program to Wilkes. I think that this program has changed me of who I am and given me the skills that I need to succeed, not just in my career after college, but also in life.
I would just like to thank Wilkes University for having this program on this campus. If it wasn't for Wilkes University, probably wouldn't be where I am today.
Definitely Bobby Hackett, Bill Bush, definitely. Katie, Alicia, all our Bonner program directors, and the people behind it all. There's a lot of people that worked hard to get the Bonner Leader program here on campus, and I feel like I should owe a huge thank you to them as well, along with the service sites that are here for the Bonner Leader program. We wouldn't be able to do the service we have right now without them.
Graduates, thinking back to day one of my time here at Wilkes, you were there. We started this program together. We figured out what to do. We figured out what worked. We figured out what didn't work along the way. Realizing what we've built over the last 4 years is beautiful. There's been highs, there's been lows, there's been challenges, there's been mountains that we've climbed together. But building this program into what it is today is something that we've all played a part in, and I'm grateful that you entrusted me to figure that out alongside you, and grateful that you believed in it enough to say yes to us and figure out what this could become, to leave something bigger than yourselves behind you, to leave something that will be a part of the Wilkes community long after you graduate. But knowing that 4 years ago, we all said yes to something when we started Bonner, it's a memory that I will keep with me and something that I will treasure for a long time.
I'm so genuinely excited for you, proud of you. Keep doing great things. Keep making the impact that you've shown me you're able to do. Go out and change the world.
I'm so excited for all of you as you finish this part of your journey here at Wilkes. Happy graduation to those who will be walking across that stage in a few weeks. Happy grad school to those that will be continuing on to future plans. Happy life adventures for everything that will become. I will never forget being part of these 4 years for each of you, and best of luck. I love you all.